What is going on today, guys? Happy Tuesday, May 4th. And what a day it was, guys. What a day it was. Um, I mean, as absolutely up and down as it can get. And then just a massive move to the upside. Like I was talking about yesterday, I wanted to see a bullish continuation. Today the day started out weak. It started out okay, and then it started heading to weak side, heading towards red territory. Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, all headed towards red, and um, it was basically in the fear of what was going to be said by the Fed by Powell, which he did announce a interest rate hike, which will combat inflation, which sent the market to the absolute upside. Um, from the time from like maybe it was like 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Pacific time to 12, I have never seen so much fluctuation as I did. I mean, maybe I wasn't paying attention a few times these past couple months, but I mean, today blew my mind how up and down it was. It was so hard to make a determination whether I should take a long or a short or buy like a bearish ETF or anything because it was so up and down. Now, I did finish the day green. I'm just happy with that. I frustrated today? 100% because it was so difficult to make a determination what was going to happen. Because I mean, I couldn't fathom how up and down it was. The manipulation was insane. The manipulation was absolutely insane. I saw I saw the Nasdaq go green, right? I saw the Nasdaq go green, up like maybe 0.25, 0.5%, headed towards 1% up, and then immediately to the downside within like a couple of minutes. Like it was, I mean, it blew my mind. I mean, I don't even know what to say. So now taking a look at Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq up, close to 3%, 3% in the Nasdaq. I mean, what a move to the upside it was. Um, I'm gonna break down the plays that I traded today, and obviously talk about plays that I, want you guys to keep on watching and whatnot. But I mean, what an insane day it was, and oil as well, uptrending like I said it was going to. And this is not the end of the uptrend. 100%, guys. There are massive supply concerns regarding oil, and I mean, obviously the demand is ramping up with people traveling, vacation time coming. This is going to ramp up. I'm telling you guys, and especially considering how expensive the commodity is right now for the common person. I mean, it's insane. So, um, I'm gonna, yeah, definitely have a few plays on watch. I'm actually holding an oil play. I'll get into that in a moment. But yeah, oil is, in my opinion, going to skyrocket. So, make sure to follow the stock twits, guys. Made some very good calls today. From UVXY to Square, which I'm going to be talking about, as well as Camber. That's the oil play that I'm in that I'm going to be discussing. Um, but yeah, as you guys can see, I mean, it went to 106, so we're talking about like a 12, 13% move. If you had, if you had the cojones to hold, because honestly, there is no blaming anyone for getting out, and I'll show you exactly where on the chart. Now let's get into it, guys. I'm gonna be implementing the SPY into my analysis. I think this is a very good indicator of market movement. Obviously, 100%, the SPY ETF is a perfect indicator of where people stand on the market right now. So I mean, look at this volume. I mean, it was absolutely intense to the upside, as you guys can see. So this is all today, if I'm not mistaken, May 4th. Look at this. May 4th started right around, when did the day begin? What the hell? What's happening? Yeah, started here. It was a choppy day, slowly, gradually moving its way up, and then look, it. This is where it got weird. It got very strange here. So UVXY was a buy in my mind, and when it downtrended, I had bought UVXY around 1550, I think it was. When this downtrended, UVXY skyrocketed straight to 16, and I ended up getting out around like 1580. But yeah, I mean, what an absolute crazy move. So it broke down, gave that kind of like impression that it was going to make a move to the downside. So me keeping a close eye on that, I mean, I'm thinking, there's going to be a downtrend, right? But like I said before, guys, expect the unexpected because next thing you know, bam, bam, green candles to the upside. Consolidation, bam again. Consolidation, bam, legs up. Consolidation, bam. Consolidation, leg up again. Consolidation, and watch, rinse, repeat. This chart just absolutely skyrocketed because I guess the news it's a positive news report and it's combating inflation. I guess that's what really is what sent it, and people have a lot more of a bullish sentiment on the market. So a lot of buyers flooded in and purchased up a lot of big names. And I mean, that's obviously what happened here. The market just turned completely bullish. So we're back up close to 430 level. I mean, honestly, what a crazy move. Did I expect it? Of course not. Did I expect a move like this? Of course not. But with the market volatility the way it is, can something like this happen easily? 100%. And it could have done the same thing here. It could have done the same thing to the downside and tested 400s. It could have done the same exact thing. So as long as you're profitable or at least breaking even on the day or minimizing your losses, guys, like don't beat yourself up. I beat myself up a little bit today about it, but we got to understand that we're not the ones manipulating the markets. We're just the small players here to try to make a a nice dollar from all this volatility going on. But yeah, they completely turned this thing around and sent it straight to the upside. So obviously, market sentiment right now is very bullish. So you have any long plays? I mean, I'm seeing a continuation into tomorrow. So and let's take a look at UVXY. This was one of my few trades I made today. It was a losing trade, not very much lost. That's why you got to be strict and keep tight stop losses because unpredictable things can happen. So, um, yeah, guys, here's the daily chart. So like I told you, I expected this to downtrend. I said either the market makes up its mind a few videos ago, right? Like when it was in the 17, $18 level, it's either gonna make up its mind, consolidate, take the next leg up, break 20 as long as market is weak, or it's gonna break down to the 16, 15, 14, $13 range. And it looks like that's where it's heading into a downtrend because of market strength, as you guys can see. So initially, I entered right around this region, right here. This is where I entered. Market uptrended, sending this down. Now here, I was like a little bit fearful because I mean, it easily could have continued down from here. Luckily for me, because I had taken my eye off it for a second, uptrend right back to the upside. Now it touched right on 16. Now if that's not manipulation, I don't know what is. It touched right at 16 and then absolutely collapsed. So I got out of 1580, very small loss on the play, and it just took an absolute dump. Very interesting to see this actually though. Look at this green candle right here. Wow. Look at that influx of bullish volume. So I don't know. Maybe everyone's buying up UVXY for a downtrend heading into tomorrow. Maybe this was a false flag little bull run. Who knows? Honestly, by what I'm seeing, it can go either way. I mean, it's hard to predict, guys, but we just have to be ready for the unexpected. So look at this bullish. There's bullish sentiment here too. I mean, look at this volume candle. So aftermarket right now, it's at 1425. That's not bad. Uptrending from the bottoms, which was like high 13s. So market strength is going to send this down. Market weakness is going to go back up to 16 bucks. So I mean, we'll see what happens heading into tomorrow though. So keep UVXY on watch like usual and SPY. Um, Talking about KOLD again, another the bearish ETF for natural gas that I'm still remaining extremely bullish on, guys. My whole outlook on it, where I believe it's going to go, has not changed, and there's reasons for that. in general, Boyle is just way too damn inflated. Now, because of the conditions, it is a very risky play because of the war going on and Russia being a major exporter of natural gas. But I mean, for me, it's at a level in these mid sixes that like I'm comfortable with entering. Right now, if there is a continuation to the bullish side of if there's a continuation to the bullish side of Boyle and natural gas, that's fine. I'm gonna hold this position because, like I told you guys, KOLD is all about accumulation. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. I don't see this ETF going anywhere anytime soon. And like I said, $15 to $20 is not out of the question. Still, I remain bullish on this name. So, if you take a look at my track record, I mean, I've been pretty spot on in general with my predictions. So, if you're a long on this, all I'm going to say is hold your position. I really do see that $15 to $20 range coming in the next couple of months as demand starts to taper off and whatnot. So, um, or I should say supply, there's obviously a surplus of supply of natural gas and the demand starts tapering off. Yeah, I said that correctly. So yeah, when demand starts tapering off, this is gonna skyrocket because it's really unsustainable to have natural gas at the prices it's at. I don't know. I mean, the same goes with just normal oil. I mean, the same goes with that. That commodity is just way inflated. So, I mean, we will see a run here, though. We will see a run here. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when and trying to find the and I will say it's so hard to find a perfect bottom, guys, because it's like we aren't like market makers. We're not the big boys, and we're not the ones dictating price action and a lot of different aspects. So we're at the mercy of the big boys, the big boy traders, hedges and whatnot. So, you know, determining the perfect bottom is not nearly impossible. Like it's doable, but it's very difficult, guys. So if you have a decent average, just hold it. I mean, that's my whole take on it. If you're under $10, even above it, just hold your position, buy more, accumulate, and just wait. I did make an entry into this after hours today. Grabbed a few thousand shares right here around the 650 ish range. So I'm gonna hold this position and see what happens. Next, getting into Rivian. Did not trade this today, but I have been talking about it, guys. This is one that I have been talking about like crazy. I want it to hold that $30 range, which it did again today, very well. It did a very good job. I mean, as the market was downtrending, it bounced off the 30 range. It looks like it's the high 30s, up, down, but still maintained that area of support that's now being established and now something that you can reference. So yeah, and as the market skyrocketed, look at that, bam, to the upside. A little bit of a sell-off. I'm pretty sure profit taking and whatnot because we're at 33 and a half in after hours. But guys, 33 and a half. I mean, damn. If you bought at 31, $32, you made a decent profit. And this is what I've been saying to load up because Rivian is one of those electric vehicle companies that's gonna make waves in the space, and I personally believe that. So keep an eye on it, guys. $40, $50 in the coming months. There's that's not off the table. So Rivian, guys, keep it on watch. Next, we're going to get into Square. This is one that I traded today, and I'm actually really happy with this trade. So tomorrow is earnings. In my honest opinion, I do see us getting a nice earnings report on this play, but who knows what's going to happen, because we can get the forecasts and whatnot and the estimates for revenue and earnings per share, but we could possibly get a down report. So you have to be prepared for that. So uh, I made my initial entry right here in the low 94 range because it just seemed strange to me because it dropped like 8% off of nothing. And for me, I was like, market is downtrending just the slightest bit, and there's no news on this why it's dropping. I'm getting in. So I bought that 94 range. I bought the 94 and I got out right here in the 97 range. So I booked like a $3. It was a solid profit. I booked like a 350 per share profit. I was happy, right? And then I kept it on watch to find another re-entry, right? And I needed some more validation that it was gonna head back to the upside. So I did not re-enter because I was so unsure because of how shaky the market was, right? So you see as an uptrend again, uptrend again, uptrend again, uptrend again, and then break down, right? So it broke down almost back to the 95 range before absolutely soaring. So if I had the balls to just hold, and I had a really strong I had a really strong belief that the Fed news was going to send the market into a bullish uptrend, I would have 100% held. But because of the uncertainty, it's not a bad thing to book profit. I will always recommend that, guys. If there's any uncertainty and you don't know what to do, book profit. Don't worry that it went here. Am I kicking myself? Yeah, a little bit, but who cares? Green is good as long as you make money. Making money in the market is not an easy thing to do, guys. Now, if anyone tells you it's easy, they're blowing smoke up your ass. I'm telling you guys straight up, the market is not an easy place to navigate through. So, if you have profit and you're comfortable with selling, sell it. Take the money. Who cares? And whoever held all the way up to this point and held through this volatility, my hat's off to you because I could not watch as this dropped. There's no way. So that's why I kind of sold here because I saw sell off pressure and I just kept it on watch. And what a move to the upside, guys. So I alerted this on my stocktwits and I really hope you guys profited on it. This is one of those names heading into tomorrow. It can have a really nice move to the upside as if there's good earnings and there's market strength. But it's unpredictable right now, guys. It's unpredictable. You just have to see the ETFs. You have to see the futures and what's going to happen heading into tomorrow. You have to stay really active on that because right now requires a level of hyperactivity in the market because I mean, if you're a long-term investor buying and holding, then who cares what I'm saying right now? You guys are chilling. But as a trader, you have to stay hyperactive in the sense that you have to watch the ETFs, you have to watch the futures, and really stay focused on what direction the market is choosing to go into. Now today was up and down as can be. So Square, what a move to the upside. FUBO, guys, been talking about this in the low fours, and when it went under four in those all-time low territories, I said load, 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 load. This is a load, 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 100%. Did I mention load? Did I mention load? Did I mention load? I will tell you guys again, load, load, load. FUBO, look at this. I mean, we're from those bottoms. Now we're up here at the 450 range, and it's looking real nice, honestly. Um, this is honestly a strange sign right here. So there was massive profit taking in after hours, as you guys can see, or heading into after hours. Massive profit taking. So I don't know, guys. I mean, looking at Square, not too much. Square held up pretty nice. FUBO has some bearish sentiment. It looks like. I think more so this is just profit taking and whatnot. But when is the earnings? Earnings is coming up on the 6th. So in a couple days, guys, day after tomorrow on Thursday, no, on Friday, we're gonna get earnings. I'm not entirely sure what time of the day, if it's gonna be the morning or after hours, but looks like there's some bearish sentiment here, looking like people are selling off. But I mean, overall, guys, this is a long-term buy. This is a long-term buy to hold 2 to 3 months plus. So like I've been saying, guys, accumulation range, is anywhere under $6 is accumulation range. Now, I could be wrong, guys, but as you can see, it's found I wouldn't say a support really because it wasn't there for long enough to say that this is a certified support, right? Look, it was even lower than this, guys. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. I like I said, it was in the like 370s. There we go. It was in like the 370-ish range, right? Now, it's really hard to determine a support on this, right? If you use a Fibonacci retracement tool to determine that, whichever time intervals you enjoy to use that work for your strategy, you can find a support with that. I always recommend the Fibonacci retracement. It's on the tools on TradingView if you check it out. Um, but yeah, in terms of how to use it, I'm not 100% savvy on it. I have used it quite a few times before, but in terms of being savvy on it, I'm not super savvy. I just like to look at momentum and volume and looking at the charts and analyzing if there's bearish or bullish sentiment. So I will begin to implement tools and stuff like that and give you guys resistance lines. The Fibonacci retracement, I'll give you guys more in-depth analysis, even deeper than I'm already going. So yeah, guys. I mean, it's a strange one. Just FUBO, just like SoFi. It's hard to say what the support's going to be, but it looks like the high threes, 370 plus, is going to be that range that it needs to hold. So here we are now at 450. So guys, if you're in it, hold it. I think earnings is going to be solid, but considering what happened with Netflix, anything is possible. So keep an eye on that, guys. Getting into a name that I haven't talked about in a very long time. If you've been a follower of my stocktwits, I did talk about this a long time ago. Shift Technologies, the used car company, um, massive annual growth, massive annual growth. But unfortunately, it's just been absolutely desecrated to the downside. So right now, I'm just going to keep it short and simple. Right now, we're in a very solid accumulation range, in my opinion. We are in all-time lows, guys, but I'm telling you, this is one of those plays that you have to, uh, stick to your plan. If this is something that appeals to you, right? If this is something that applies to your trading plan, but this is one of those that is 100% shorted and very heavily manipulated. I believe it's a little under 50% institutionally owned, so it's very manipulated. These guys have a chokehold on it, and they're dragging it down to bottoms that I didn't think were going to happen, honestly. But obviously the market has proven that it can break lows and it can send plays like this even lower. But used car space, they in terms of market share, I'm not entirely sure how much they own of the market share. You have other big boys like Carvana, or there's quite a few other ones. I forgot the names off the top of my head, but Carvana is a huge one as well. Shift, could there be a buyout? Potentially. Could this have an uptrend over $2? I 100% could see that. So Shift Technologies, guys, it's in all-time low territories. It looks like as long as there's bullish sentiment in the market, this will find a way up, back up to the $2 range. So keep this one on watch, guys. And last but not least, gonna get into my final holding. I have KOLD and I have Camber Energy. So Camber Energy, very choppy day to say the least. Again, I don't know why my chart is looking like this. I really need to fix this. I think it's more so the time intervals, but then it's like how I zoom out is weird. So strange. Anyways, guys. Looking at today, what a very choppy day it was. I mean, my average right now is right in the 80-cent range, and because of oil strength, this one lagging behind, Camber Energy typically does that. It may throw you for a loop sometimes and make that bullish move as the oil, as oil ETF and the price of oil is skyrocketing. It will fall alongside it, but this does also have a reputation of lagging behind, which I've unfortunately a few times have bought Camber Energy and sold prematurely before the run because there's massive this stock has a massive flow. There's a lot of shares outstanding, so it needs a substantial amount of volume to get it ramped up. But I do see volume pouring in the next coming days as long as oil is strong, and I see a 90-cent break heading straight to $1 plus. Um, if you're right there with me on that, I think it's honestly going to work out very nicely, especially with oil strength and with everything going on, if there's supply concerns and whatnot, this is one of those plays that's going to skyrocket. It just needs a little bit more of a push. It's a little bit more substantial amount of volume than your low float, plays that have limited shares outstanding, to move. So keep Camber on watch, guys. And just to recap real fast, I'm holding Cold and I'm holding Camber Energy. Did talk about SPY ETF. Gonna start implementing that in my videos now, just to give you guys a more, I just want to give you guys more ETFs to keep an eye on, to get an understanding of the market, the movement of the market in general. So SPY, UVXY, Cold, Rivian, Square, FUBO / SoFi. I kind of classify those as like together. SoFi also, what a great move today. SoFi, what a great move today. Shift Technologies, and then last but not least, Camber Energy. So the two holdings, like I said, Camber Energy and Cold, I'm going to be taking into tomorrow. As long as oil strength is there, I am more than happy to hold this position to over $1, and it really can do that. As long as volume is strong, it will get to those heights. Cold, this is going to work out 100%. I mean, maybe not today, or maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the day after, but we will see a rise in Cold substantially. We will see a rise in Cold substantially. So accumulate your shares, hold on. Natural gas is heavily inflated because of all the pressure of the war and supply concerns and all this he said, she said crap. But once that stuff simmers down, this is going to skyrocket. So keep an eye on that, guys. And make sure, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below any questions, anything you got to say. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Anything is good. I don't really care. Engagement is all I really care about, guys. And obviously, I hope you guys have been profitable today. It was a very tough day, so if you're down in the dumps or beating yourself up mentally, don't. What a tough day it was to navigate. I had a tough time. I somehow finished green, uh, all things considered, and I'm grateful for that. So amen. Amen to some good old profit in a very volatile environment. So here are all the names, guys. Like I said, keep those all on watch. Make sure to follow the stocktwits for more up-to-date analysis. Square, definitely the big winner on the day. A little over 10%, probably like 13, 14% at the highs at 106 plus. So make sure you're following there. I'm going to keep you guys updated as much as I can on plays and all my opinions. And as always, guys, every view matters. You guys mean a lot to me. Whoever you are, wherever you are, cheers to you guys. You guys are the reasons why I do this, and I really hope my analysis is helping you guys out. Now, if you, like I said, any questions, concerns, doubts, just comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, let's head in tomorrow. Let's keep a positive outlook. Peace.